Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name's Alicia and I share beauty and lifestyle videos, so I would love for you to subscribe to my channel. But today I'm going to be sharing this really easy glam Christmas look, so if y'all want to see how to get it, then just keep watching. For primer, I'm using the Charlotte Tilbury Wonder Glow Instant Soft Focus Beauty Glow Primer. This is actually a sample I got from a Nordstrom order, so this is my first time using it, and I guess I should have read more about it. I thought it would be a little more illuminizing, but I love anything by Charlotte Tilbury, and this was still really pretty. Next for foundation, I'm using my all-time favorite one, which is Found Sealer by Tarte. I love this and wear this year-round, but it's especially great going into winter when our skin gets a little bit more dry. So if you have dry skin or mature skin, I highly recommend giving this foundation a try. It has skincare in it. It's a hydrating foundation. It's also really lightweight, which is why I love it so much. It doesn't feel heavy and looks very natural, and it has SPF, so it gives you that little bit of sun protection as well. I love having my long nails, but sometimes they can be a little aggravating. Whenever I was opening my Charlotte Tilbury color corrector, that happened. So I just wiped off what I got on my nail, and that's what I'm doing here, just applying the color corrector to these dark circles. And what that does is it corrects and counteracts the darkness. Since that was a color corrector, you could tell it has a bit of a peachy tone, so you still want to use a concealer, and this one is the Shape Tape Ultra Creamy, which is the hydrating version of Shape Tape, so this is going to be good if you have dry or mature skin. So if you noticed, I used a brush for the color corrector because I want all of that product to go underneath my eye to help with the darkness, but now I'm using a damp beauty sponge for the concealer because it is going to pick up any of the extra product, so it's not just sitting underneath my eye, because the more products you have underneath your eye, or anywhere for that matter, it's going to start settling in your fine lines and wrinkles. I went ahead and set my under eyes with a banana powder. This has a yellow tint to it because it really helps to brighten, and I need all the help I can get underneath my eyes. And now I'm going in with the Hourglass Ambient Lighting Powder in the shade Luminous Light because I want my skin to be really glowy, and I love the finish that this gives. It's not too much glitter, it just gives a really pretty glow. I wanted to keep this look pretty simple, so I'm using a contouring palette. This one is a little on the pricey side. It is by Hourglass. It's the Ambient Lighting Edit Sculpture Palette. I'm starting off with the bronzer in the shade Natural Bronze Light, and then I actually mix the two different blush colors and then finish it off with the Glistening Strobe Light Highlighter. So I'll usually go back and forth between a pomade, a pencil, and then like the brow pens. And lately I've been on the super skinny pencil, and this one is by Maybelline. It is the Brow Ultra Slim Pencil, and I'm using the shade Deep Brown, which is perfect, especially right now since I just got my brows tinted. But it is that really fine pencil tip that I really like because you can do the brow like or the hair like strokes and makes them look a little bit more natural, because believe it or not, I have been doing kind of more natural brows. And then on the other end, it does have a spoolie. I did line my lower waterline with a black eyeliner, and now I'm going in with the Tartland Bloom palette by Tarte for my eyeshadow. I know I use this palette a lot and talk about it a lot, but it seriously is such a great palette. It has all neutrals and a mix of matte and shimmer, and I know a lot of y'all already have this palette, so I love to show all the different ways to use it. So I'm starting off with a shade Flower Child. It is just a nude color, and I'm using this as my base. This helps the other eyeshadow to blend better, and it also just evens out my eyelids. I wanted to keep the eyeshadow pretty simple and pretty neutral since I am doing a red lip, so I'm mixing the shade Jet Setter and Smarty Pants and putting it in my crease and going up just a little bit since I do have hooded eyes. And I always like to build the color until it's as dark as I want, and then I will take a clean fluffy brush to buff out the edges to make sure there are no harsh lines. But just in case you don't have this eyeshadow palette, the colors I'm using is just like a tan and a light brown. But if you don't have those colors, you can always use your bronzer, and that is one less product that you have to use. You can just use what you use to contour with. I always always like to do a little bit of glitter for the holidays, but this one is more of a shimmer and it is really pretty. And I start off by using my finger because it makes it a little bit more pigmented, but this brush is perfect for eyeshadows like this because it is a flat, dense shadow brush. And the shade I'm using in the palette is called Funny Girl, and it's just a pretty shimmery gold color. But if you don't have an eyeshadow like this, you can always use your highlighter. Using that same shade Funny Girl, I'm just adding some to my inner corners. The only eyeliner I ever wear is in my waterline, but I wanted this look to be a little glam, a little smoky, but not too over the top because I don't like to do a bold lip and a bold eye. I like to pick one or the other. So I decided to do eyeshadow for my eyeliner because it's not as harsh as a pencil or liquid liner. So I'm using the shade called Leader, which is kind of a brownie wine color. I feel like I'm terrible at explaining colors, but I'm just taking an angled brush and tightlining my lid, which just means I try and go as close to my lashes as I can, and I just build it until it gets as dark as I want and the line gets as thick as I want. So I was using that angled brush on my lower lash line, but didn't really like how that looked. So I switched to a buffer brush. This one is my absolute favorite for my lower lash line, and I'm using that same shade and buffing it all the way across. Then I will take my clean fluffy brush to buff out the edges, but you can use any color eyeshadow that you want for eyeliner. You can even do black, a dark brown, a purple, just have fun with it. And you can even do a wing liner if you want, but I personally don't like a wing liner on myself, so I just did a normal straight liner. Now I'm just adding some mascara. This one is my all-time favorite, which is Man Eater by Tarte. And if you want to make this look even more glamorous, you can add some false lashes, but I'm going to skip those today and just add my mascara. So my trick whenever I'm doing any type of dark or bold lipstick is to do my lip liner second. I feel like whenever you do it first, you kind of have to stay inside the lines with your lipstick and kind of go slow and precise. And then you end up going back in with the lip liner after the lipstick. So you have 3 steps when this way you just do 2. So as you can see, I just put my lipstick on super quick, didn't have to worry about it. And now I'm just going in with the lip liner to clean up the edges and make them a little bit more sharp, especially around the Cupid's bow. And since I just use the lip liner to clean up the edges, I like to get as close to the lipstick color as I can. And both of these products are by MAC. The lipstick is Ruby Woo, which is my favorite red. It is such a pretty classic red, and it has that blue tint that makes your teeth look whiter. And then the lip liner is called Cherry. So that completes this look. I wanted to do a kind of glam look because I know most of us like to be a little bit more glamorous for Christmas versus Thanksgiving whenever we want to be kind of more casual and comfy. But I know that most of us have a lot of things to do and a lot of places to go, so I still wanted it to be pretty quick and easy. So I really hope that y'all liked it. If you did, please give this video a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe to my channel so you don't miss my other videos. I have a lot of fun things planned for next year, so you don't want to miss those. But I don't have anything else to say except I hope y'all have a very Merry Christmas, and I'll see y'all in my next video.